This is Jewish Spotlight, a weekly television program presented by Chabad Lubavitch of Long Island, featuring various aspects of modern Jewish life and Jewish culture. Now, here is your host, Rabbi Tuvia Teldin.
Shalom. Tonight we're going to show a special presentation of a film called Cornerstones. It's a film about all the different Chabad centers and Jewish centers established by Lubavitch throughout the globe. Over 300 of them have been established, and we're going to show you over 80 of them. This special film shows that the growth of Chabad since the passing of the Lubavitch Rebbe in 1994 has been absolutely astounding and a shock to most in the Jewish world who have observed the growth of Chabad during the previous years. So I want you to sit back, take a look. You're going to see something very interesting, and we'll give you on a tour of the world of Lubavitch throughout the Jewish world. Take care, enjoy, and good evening.
On the 11th day of Nisan in 1972, Lubavitcher Hasidim from around the world gathered to celebrate the 70th birthday of the Rebbe. The Rebbe himself participated in the Farbrengen and delivered a Talmudic dissertation, an original Hasidic mimer, and several other scholarly talks on Torah and current events. Very rarely would the Rebbe address a personal milestone, but in this case he did, using it as an impetus to further his goal of reaching out to every Jew.
gefragt, wie bald das in neue Menschen sehen beim Schieben schon, in was klappt mir sich so noch drauf. Lechjere, damit ist der Zeit, auf Trachten, wird Loprum sagt, wachuli. Aber irgend wird das Essen, sie darf nicht gucken auf den Passport, man darf gucken, wie man fühlt sich. Und was noch mehr nicht gehe, wie viel von den Jahren in seinem Gewinn, schon im Kajoni. Sag nicht kurz, was da sei, verschrieben im Pass oder in das Leder, wie Kajetze, bei der Kammer schon ihm. Man darf wissen, er soll sein, der Bob Bayomi, wer Tatstopp in Seher, am kommt zu gehen, mit alle Tag, bis Lechosser, a viele gehen Chode. In der Rente, was mit darf der noch tun, da steht er gleich nur drauf im Posek, wie ihm begluris. Ich dachte, der Mutter darf man noch nicht tun, bis Gabrus Jesera. So, aber da sehen wir, was sehr Linien ist, sehr allein tun, bei Jodayim und bei Raglayim. Ist das verbunden mit verschiedenen Lehminies. Wenn wir darf man noch kommen, zu die, was am Herrn, der Bakosche und der Hafzore und der Tchina und also so, und das ist vielen Bepehe. Es auch der sehr, wie bald am geht rüber von Schivi Mischmenim, es lechol Apoches bemeshach schon so, soll zukommen Schivi wie Echot Meisdes.
This is the first stage of our construction.
What you see over here is a $1 million building project, the biggest institution of this kind in America.
I never dreamt that I'd be building a synagogue.
Total cost of phase one will be $25 million. To my left over here is a piece of land that we just purchased.
Who would have thought about this so many years ago when we first came?
When the Rebbe sent us his personal motivation to put the cornerstone for our shul, 5 years later we're here.
Since Gimel Tammuz, Chabad West Coast opened 36 new institutions and beautiful facilities. And this is the way we know what to do and how to do it to go forward to fulfill the Rebbe's dream.
In front of us, you see the synagogue building. Behind that, there'll be an educational facility, and the whole property should be finished in about 60 days. There will be a place for preschool, Hebrew school, adult education, a sanctuary, and a whole variety of services for the local Jewish community.
We're standing right now in what is to be the social hall of our shul and our Chabad center. This is the first stage of our construction, and it's due to be completed within the month.
Hi, welcome to Chabad of Bel Air, and you are now watching a beautiful display of a beautiful dream over 10 years in the making. A wonderful shul, a wonderful community center for the beautiful people here in Bel Air.
This is one of the fastest growing Jewish communities now in Southern California, which was just completed a year and a half ago. To my left over here is a piece of land that we just purchased a month ago. We're going to be starting another building campaign.
We've been here for about a year. People coming from Mexico, from Turkey. And one of our goals is to teach everyone and to be one big community.
Welcome to Sacramento, California. We have a beautiful big center where kids come and study, adults come and study. The place is hustling and bustling with hundreds of people.
We got our building 3 years ago, and since then, we grew and we expanded.
We started our Hebrew school. Today it boasts 55 children. We have a beautiful mikveh which we build. What you're watching now is the construction of our new 1.1 million, 12,000 square foot Chabad Center, which should be completed in approximately 8 months.
Hi, I'm Rabbi Yerucham Eilfort of Chabad of La Costa. Standing in front of my lovely Chabad house. We're right on the grounds of world-famous La Costa Resort and Spa, hence the name Chabad of La Costa.
It was originally just forest, as you see out there. We put in roads, we put in a box culvert underneath, we put in 5 pads. We've also put in sewage, water, and electricity, all to the cost of $15 million. The total cost of phase 1 will be $25 million. On it, we have planned a school, a high school serving 800 children, 60 homes, and a cultural arts walk.
We are very proud to present the newest Chabad Community Center in San Diego County. Our community is serving them with all their needs, socially, economically, and most of all, spiritually.
This building, Kenai Hara, serves as the headquarters for over 10 institutions, which permeate spirituality throughout the Greater Valley area. The shul, where there's over 350 nefashos each and every Shabbos. There's the Abraham Dayan Mikveh, Mikvahs Nashim.
We work with the local community, as well as the whole Jewish community in Mexico. And many people from the US, California, and San Diego that come to visit us, and we do Shabbatons together. And in our building we have 2 shuls, a social hall, 2 kitchens, and sports facilities. Like we say in Mexico, Shalom amigo, queremos Mashiach ahora.
Everything that you think of, we have here in Beverly Hills, except for one thing, you.
It's already filled to capacity with people coming and going in classes and davening, young and old, children as well. And we're looking forward to exciting times here at Chabad at Beis Betzalel.
Recently, we purchased the building. The Rebbe's work continues here. We're growing Hebrew school at a day camp, a winter camp, summer camp, and a large community of over 300 families.
We decided to do something in honor of the Rebbe, and this is the wonderful building that we bought. And we have a school in there, and a shul, and a daycare center, and a lot of wonderful things that we're going to be continuing doing. And most of all, it is named after the Rebbe. We call it Beis Rebbe.
We're here for about 2 months, and we're proud to say that we reached out to many Jews in this area, and we have many programs happening right here in these facilities that you've seen.
Myself and Rabbi Hanukkah have established a Jewish community that, Baruch Hashem, we have a minyan every Shabbos, and as well during the week on Mondays and Thursdays, as well as a Hebrew school twice a week.
Die alle was wollen tonnen drauf mit der Messire und Sino ist auch das, was man da reingetragen in Keller nach Schivim, ist Berlin Eder wird man geben, lechol Apoches, a Chelik HaMeiser von der alle Zeus, wo sie seine verbunden mit dem Jeseit von Schivim ve Echad, Meis Chadoshim, und man soll sich nicht schrecken, Tomeriten gleich wollen machen, bemerklich schnell schon so, nicht Schivi wie Echad noch Schmeini. Und wer wird noch mit wollen machen, Neo, Ich habe allein Brochos, ich nicht sicher, mir sein kann mir nie von dem Chelika Meister. Oder viele mehr von Meister, a bisschen soll sein, der Schole von der Erzbaktana soll kol Echod.
And it is here that these teachings come alive as we delve into the inner teachings of Torah, and that these students should leave this institute as students who are not only well-versed in basic Jewish knowledge and Jewish learning, but are also inspired to go out and make a difference in the world.
What you see over here is a $1 million building project sponsored and initiated by Cornerstones Chabad. First stage consists of 2 kindergartens, 3 daycare center classrooms, and a soup kitchen which will be supplying the whole Ashdod area.
This is the first step for this big shikun, which is going to be a revolution in standard of living, more than 1,000 families.
People all over the world came to Jerusalem, and they want to have the pleasure to taste from the light from the Baal Shem Tov.
All the students at Beis Chaya Mushka, we want to say thank you to Rabbi Azimov.
Merci.
The new Chabad Center, Kosher Bakery, Jewish Youth Center, that's about to open in just a few short moments.
Only 6 weeks after opening the doors of our shul, we were treated to an overflow crowd of over 200 worshippers during the Yom Kippur service. The community is excited, and things are growing very, very quickly and very solidly.
We also have a Hebrew school for 350 children in 2 locations around this area, and we have been very successful in attracting every Yid in this community.
With God's help and the Rebbe's blessing, we hope to build here the Beit Chabad, a new shul, a synagogue. The 3-floor building here that you see is doing tzedakah and chesed, social work. We're trying really to keep the Rebbe's teaching of love and kindness here in Tanya.
Rabbi Barash. I am the Chabad Shliach here in Prague, in the Czech Republic. Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, we had here over 150 people for the services. And for tonight's Hakafis, we're expecting more than 250 people.
Standing in front of the Beis Chabad of the Wind, in which many of our activities take place, the classes and the evenings in which the Rebbe's work continues to carry on here in Berlin.
Und wir wollen nicht stammen, soll machen am Meister, diese soll zukommen, noch an Not, wo erste Kleinen geben ein Kibbutz von der Chairman, mit der Treasurer, mit der Honorary Chairman, mit die alle Unionen, und so, dass er noch hat, nach der Stationery, und machen Headlines, wie wir sagen, da in alle Zeitungen, a Pläne, ben Pläne, und welche gewinnt zu dem Covid, bis wann es am Motormäßigklin war, am Schunedecke, am Zoo von Nazis Abris, den Menschen von dem Jahr. Kein Monat jetzt, du Achas Bashona, du der Jema Kodesh. Also sein der Männer sie hier, Zahini, was Nazis Abris gefallen hat, der am Zoo. Niemand Schachizer am Norden, wie sie darf zu sein, wird gedacht sein, vor dem Jahr und darf sein nach dem Jahr. Dieser Asami Mensch, was ein Mensch mehr nicht wie ein Jahr allein, ist als in dem Jahr ist echte Mensch nicht, nicht was gewinnt früher, wo gewinnt später. Aber eben konnte es nur ausnutzen. A Fagini von Tero nichts, es gibt jedem Akkord auf Menschen von Jahr. Wir hatten gemacht für einen Menschen auf Achidus, wie soll machen, am Messet Chodosh, und der Messer soll sein am Messet Meyusad, Aliseda, Teile, wa Mitzvahs, benode das Kebel, sich benodem la Chavele, Meyusad, benodem la Moki.
At this site, for many years, under the leadership of the Rebbe, was the center throughout which the former Soviet Union Jewish communities were served. Anything underground that happened in Russia went through the synagogue. The history of Russian Jewry and its survival is because of the Rebbe. Today again, this is becoming the symbol of the center of Jewish life in today's Russia. On Rosh Hashanah, we had over 5,000 people which gathered at the synagogue for prayers and celebration.
We're now in the midst of restoring our synagogue. It is a home for every Jew, a place where they can learn about their Judaism, their tradition, find kosher food. This restoration will help us serve them even better.
Vilna means a lot to people, and rebuilding Yiddishkeit and bringing people back to the great center of Jewish learning that existed here is very special. The school building we just bought was sponsored by the Rohr family. We grew over 3 times in our population of our school this 1 year. We hope that these children, their families, there'll be a great future for Yiddishkeit, for Judaism in Vilna and throughout Lithuania.
I am speaking to you now from the synagogue and Jewish Community Center in the city of Donetsk in eastern Ukraine. We turned it into a center for Jews from the whole region of the country. This Rosh Hashanah, many hundreds of Jews gathered here to celebrate Rosh Hashanah.
This building was built about 130 years ago in the year of 1870 by the Jewish community of Riga and was a Jewish school till 1940. About 3 years ago we got back this building from the government and we opened here our doors. We have here the Chabad Center in Riga and the name of the Rebbe. It's called Ohel Menachem.
The buildings cost us close to $5 million. We're the largest Jewish day school in the community, and thank God we're in a position that we are. Who would have thought about this so many years ago when we first came?
The Matzah Bakery, we had 500 people. The Sukkot party, we had 350 people. The entire 5 acres in the front was covered in cars and people and activity.
This is about a 12,000 square foot facility, give or take a couple. And it is meant to be the headquarters of Chabad, all of Chabad's programs and projects throughout the state of Alabama.
The Rebbe constantly spoke about establishing permanence in communities.
There's something going on in this Chabad facility for every single Jew of this community. If you're ever in the neighborhood, please stop by and see us.
Eventually, we all approached Rabbi Darren and his wife and said, you know, we'd be interested in getting involved in purchasing some property, and this is what we ended up with.
This building serves as a hub of energetic outreach to the Jewish community on Capitol Hill and around Washington. Totally renovated at the cost of nearly $2 million. We expect to finish the renovation within the next 2 to 3 weeks and formally dedicate the building later in the year.
Today, we're in the midst of construction and building our 5,000 square foot site. It's going to be a modest but very nice building. It's a small Jewish community. It's a Jewish community that's very involved and very excited about how this building will enhance Judaism and Jewish tradition.
The presence of Judaism in Alaska today is very bright, and we're looking for even a brighter future.
With the Rebbe's blessings, we've gone to a point where we've taken a place where we have now can harbor over 500 people in our congregation. People here feel like this is a home away from home.
It's a 24,000 square foot building with a projected cost of $4 million. The Rebbe wanted that every Jew that lives in Boca Raton can come to a place, feel at home, find a setting that's perfect for them, and have something available to them in any spectrum of the Jewish religion.
When we heard that the Rebbe expressed a wish that an institution that would benefit women and girls would be an appropriate memorial for her, and it will comprise the biggest institution of this kind in America. 2,000 girls, 125,000 square feet, 80 classrooms.
This shul makes life work for people. It gives them answers to their inner needs. It creates balance in their lives. The physical stature of this environment makes that message very clear.
The facility offers a whole cornucopia of educational opportunities. We offer a variety of adult educational programs, from basic Hebrew reading through Kabbalah, which this course is, as well as a Hebrew school for children.
Chabad and Beth Tefillah offer something which we have found no place else. It's a feeling that any Jew can come to this environment and be welcome no matter what your background or what your affiliation.
When we first started, people were wondering what we were doing here. But after we put up our building, which gave us certainly a very important sense of permanence, things have just exploded as far as our activities and outreach.
Welcome to Beis Menachem, Chabad Lubavitch of Utah's headquarters. This building was purchased in July of 1994 during the Shalishim. There are Jews that regularly come here from northern Nevada, Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana.
The center that I stand in front of is the center of Jewish life here in Des Moines and throughout the state of Iowa.
We began with the first Jewish facility in Columbia, and we have been hearing and telling good news ever since.
And it serves as a synagogue, Hebrew school, and offices, and two adjacent pieces on either side which house the two rabbis' families.
The 98 facilities presented here comprise about 25% of the new facilities erected and purchased by Chabad Lubavitch in Jewish communities around the world since 1994. In a demonstration of true dedication to the Rebbe's dream of outreach to every Jew, Lubavitch Worldwide has experienced an extraordinary burst of activity. In that time, Lubavitch has also established permanent offices in numerous new cities. Over 400 new institutions have been founded, and over 370 newly married couples have gone out on the Rebbe's shlichus. In realization of the Rebbe's oft-stated dream, many other Jewish organizations have since embraced the Rebbe's vision. As a result, millions of Jews have been touched by the Rebbe's message. The entire Jewish landscape has changed.
Wird man sehen, als es werden die 71 werden sicher werden zweimal so viel. Und viermal so viel wie in alles der Abnossen Homer Lehil, Amische Jeschlemon Reitze Masayim und Masayim Reitze Arbe Meis und Holech Veheisi Ve'er bis wannet mit Verfleizen der Welt mit Inyonim Shel Tevu Gdusha. Wo demot wird das Verfleizen der Welt Molle Hoores Deas Havaye Kamayim Bayom Mechassim wo das it Arobringen der Gehüre Hamitis war Schlemmer as Kulom Jedi Eisom Eisi Miktanon Ve'ad Gdelom Ki Molle Hoores Deas Havaye Kamayim Bayom Mechassim wird missaken sein die Welt wie der Rebischter wie Lasses Leis Borech Dire betachtenim und at demol sein wird sein der Venigla Kved Hawaii Verok Abosar Yardo Kipi Hawaii Dibe Bekore Mamos Ya 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 did it ya 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 did ya 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 did it my did it ya 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 did it ya 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 did ya 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 did it my did it ya 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 did it
Yeah.